So I love mods that you can easily DIY, and these mods add so much to your interior. I never realized that our local cars came with interior ambient lights, as they are so dim and barely noticeable. They only have 2 color options compared to the modern cars, but it's definitely better than nothing. I decided to do the ambient light strips along with the LCI type center console ambient light, and these were really easy to install and I love how they turned out. I'll put all the links to purchase the parts in the description of the video. I'm really impressed with the door strips, as they are just molded transparent strips that installs in minutes. You literally stuff it in from one end to the other, and they somehow diffuse the ambient lights to make it so much more obvious. Repeat the same thing for all 4 doors and you are done. The difference is crazy compared to before, but somewhat still let down by the brightness of the stock ambient lights. You can actually change the door LED strips that will make it much brighter, so maybe that's something I'll try one day. The aftermarket strips also have other color options, but some will require additional wiring for the extra colors, plus the install involves taking the door cuts out and lots of screws. To me, the red looks much better than the white and reminds me of the blue strips in the Mark 7R. The center console is a bit more tricky to install, but it's still something you can easily DIY. You only need this if your car is a non-LCI, as it should come standard on an LCI car. You can buy a set of trim removal tools for cheap, which are always helpful to have around. I'll link them down below as well, and they will really help with the install. You just need to remove the center trim by prying it out. Just be careful to not break the clips. You also need to remove the bottom trim, which you can pry out quite easily as well. That will then reveal 4 Torx screws that you will just need to unscrew. After that, you just need to disconnect the plugs, and they are actually a bit tricky to do, so just be patient and take your time. They will come off eventually. After that, you just need to push the buttons out from the original trim, and you can use a tool to loosen the clips one by one as well. Just reverse the process to install the new console and you are done. The LEDs are slightly on the bright side, so I turned them down a bit in the iDrive, but I might cover the LEDs with a tinted film one day, as turning them down also affects the brightness of the door strips. Take note that the 2 color options are red and ice blue, rather than the red and white on the original LCI trim. As such, the white on the original door strips don't really match the ice blue of the console, but I'm happy with just keeping it on the red and orange combo, as it looks pretty OEM. Something to keep in mind is that they are not always on like how ambient lighting in modern cars are, and they turn on with the headlights of your car. However, it's still really nice to have and really transform the interior of the car when it's dark outside. It also doesn't cost much at all, so it's definitely something I'd recommend doing. Even just going with the door strips alone on a non-LCI car will make such a difference, so that's also an easy option that you can consider. As always, let me know if you have any questions in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Also give the video a like if you found it helpful, share it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.